Hello and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 113. Here we go. Ta-da! Still not made it to the stats of day 100, so still questioning quite severely. I'm somewhere different today. I've actually made it out of my house. And it's also very, very much backlit, so you're not going to see much, but you'll still be able to hear, and I'll still be here doing some yoga with you. So I hope that works okay for you. Prepare for seeing not much. A lot of lovely light. So you're going to start by just bringing yourself to comfortable standing. Settle the weight down and into your feet. Let your hands come in towards your heart. Settle down with the shoulders, down with the elbows, and gently get that feeling of lifting up and through the kind of front of the belly and into the diaphragm and the chest. And then as you inhale, hands are going to come up. As you exhale, hands are coming out and down. You're going to do this a couple of times, so nice, smooth, easy moving. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just see if you can go with the steady, even rhythm of your breath. And then you're going to bring your feet together so that the feet are really steady and close in. You're going to bring your hands up and overhead so we come into that long line position. And then you're going to imagine we're going to lengthen through one side of your body. So this one side is going to lift up towards the ceiling. And as it lifts up, you can gently extend into it a little bit more, so you get a slightly deeper movement if you would like to. What we're looking at is opening all that open side of the waist and the ribcage. Press into your feet, bring yourself back into the centre, let your hands come down, let your shoulders roll out and down. And then to the other side, so hands are going to come up and overhead. Press into your feet, gently open into the side of the body. Feel that sense that you can just gently expand and open the muscles. And then see if you want to extend your hips slightly out in your direction. And then press into your feet, bring yourself up to the centre. Hands come out and down. Shoulders roll out, give them a nice easy move. And then bring yourself to just a natural standing position. From here we're going to come towards a triangle pose. So if you take a step along your mat, so a nice comfortable steady step, so settle the feet down. See if you can find a position where the feet are both moving straight forwards. You're going to lean yourself up and forwards over your front leg. Imagine that you can start to lengthen through the front leg and all the way up and into the hip. And then you're going to let one hand come out towards shoulder height. So from here, can you imagine that even with your hand just horizontal to the floor, that we can extend the fingertips out and away from you? And then from there, maybe the hand will want to lift up or maybe it won't. Bring your hand back to horizontal wherever it was. Let your hand come onto your front leg, so we get that feeling of stability through both legs. And then bend through your front knee. You're going to step your back leg back so we come into a deeper lunge, and you can extend your knee forwards and your shoulders down and down. From here, the hand that's closest to your foot, bring it slightly away from your foot so you're more stable, and then you can let your hand come up and away from here. And then bring your hand back down into the floor. Back to both feet, or both hands even underneath your shoulders. We're going to step ourselves back up to standing. So you're going to take a nice big step forwards, bend through your knees, stretch all the way up and overhead, and out and down with your hands. And then we're going to come to the opposite side. So again, just taking that nice steady step forwards for you. So nice and long. It actually gives us more space to move when the step is longer. But you can make it smaller for a variety of reasons. You're going to lean your shoulders up and forwards. Get a feeling of nice and steady through the front foot, up through the front leg and into the hip. From here, the hand that's not on your leg is going to come out just around shoulder height. steady through the shoulders, and then just see if it wants to open out a little bit more. It might do, it might not want to. Make sure that your breath is guiding you so that you are centered and feeling good and breathing easily. Bringing your hand back to horizontal to the floor. Taking your hands onto the floor. And then we're going to take a step back with the back foot so we can extend the heel further away from you, and you can start to sink down and into the front leg. And then from here, hand that's beside your foot is going to move a little bit further away. Free hand is going to come up and then bring your hand back down to the floor. What we're going to do now is to come back up. We're going to come through dog pose. So if you walk your hands further away from you, step up and into that forward bend. So bend your knees as much as you need so you can fall forwards. And then walk your feet back to a comfortable distance for a dog pose. And get a feeling that you're pressing into the heels of the hands to lengthen up through the hips. And you're nice and steady through the balls of the feet. And then as you get comfortable, you can extend down through the heels so you can get that feeling of lengthening into the calf muscles, the sides of the legs. And we've still got that feeling of lift up through the hips, so we've got kind of two-way stretch of the legs going on. Take an easy breath here. And then let your knees come down into the floor. Rest your head down and into the floor. And bring your hands around beside your feet. As you let the shoulders rock down towards the floor. Breathe out, soften and relax the body. And then if you take your hands onto the floor to bring yourself up and onto your knees. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come into a kneeling position. I'm just wondering, I think I might move this a little bit closer, because otherwise I'm going to be hidden completely, which might be a good thing. Let's try this. So from kneeling, you're going to have your hips sitting back towards your heels. So it might be that you need a block between your feet so that you can be up on your heels like this. It might be that you're happy to be rested back and onto your heels. Just notice what's going to be comfortable for you. You're going to take one hand across your body, and do this with feet out in front or cross-legged if there's any reason for hips, knees, varicose veins, whatever, feet that don't like this position. Hands coming across your body and onto the side of your hip. Other hand's going to just gently come onto the floor. Sink both shoulders down and away, so we spread and widen into it. And then you can ease yourself round through the ribcage, through the back of the neck and the head. Bring yourself to the centre, cross over with the hands. And then the same thing, sink down with the shoulders, widen across the elbows as you spiral round with the chest. And then bring yourself back to the centre, both hands on your knees, the shoulders roll out and away. And then bring yourself so that your legs are out in front. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of a forward fold from here. We're going to do a really, really soft one. It's actually really nice to do it with a pile of cushions. I don't know if you've ever tried this. I can see there's a pile of cushions here, so this is going to be helpful in the general idea. So I'm going to show you this. You don't have to do it. You can just do a normal forward fold, but it can be quite fun to really pop yourself up so that you've got loads and loads of cushions, so that you can really, really sink forwards with very, very little feeling of excessive stretch. So often when we come into a forward bend, we tend to come into it with a feeling of like, right, I should be here, maybe a feeling of weight in the upper body bringing you down, which can be great, but sometimes it's really, really helpful to come into a very, very rest position, so it's a bit more like being a child relaxing. So you can take as many or few cushions as you like to find that really, really nice, comfortable position for you. And you just want to go a little bit sleepy, so wherever you are, if you've not got cushions, do be bending your knees up so that you can fold forwards and you can just enjoy that feeling of softness through the back of the body. So wherever you are, just allowing yourself to fold forwards, allowing the back muscles to extend and widen from the spine, allowing the head to tip forward so that the back of the neck releases, allowing the lower back to stay steady and gently widen, and then walking your hands up your legs, and when you feel ready, extend your legs out and away, let your shoulders roll out, and just for a moment you're going to take your hands onto the floor. You're going to think that you can lift up through the tummy, up through the diaphragm, and gently sink back, and you can lift your chin up if it feels good. So you get a lovely feeling of life through the front of the body. Gently press into the hands to bring yourself back up. And then we're going to do a little bit of breathing. So if you want to bring yourself to a comfortable position for you to do your breathing. So first of all, let your body settle. First of all, come to that quieter place within yourself. Almost as if we're coming in towards the back of the body, so we spread back into ourselves. Allow your breathing to start to feel really smooth. And as you breathe out, see if you can breathe out through your lips so that you can gently extend your out breath. So you're breathing in through your nose and then out through your lips. And one last time. So, my challenge of the day is to look at the clouds and to spend, well, it depends on what your day is going to be like, but it could be like 10 seconds, it could be 20 minutes, just watching the clouds and the way that they move, and the way that the colours of the sky gently change and almost like veils kind of come across one another and move. So even when the sky is still, there's still this kind of change within the colours usually. And even if you look at the top of the sky compared to as it comes down towards the horizon and the tops of trees or the tops of buildings, just noticing the kind of difference within the sky, even within a kind of still movement. But maybe you'll get some beautiful kind of clouds growing and moving across the sky for you as well. And my quote for you today is on my phone, so it won't be a moment. So my quote for you today is from Jed Mercurio. Takeoffs are optional, landings are mandatory. Takeoffs are optional, landings are mandatory. That suits me pretty well for today. So I hope that you have a super day, that you get some sun, some light, and some feeling of connection with the earth around you. Thank you.